So just tell you quickly about our Foilboard program. I'll probably start with the big one. This is exclusive for you guys. This isn't going to be out until about November, December this season. But this is what we call our Seek Air. So it's effectively an inflatable board. Comes in sizes 410 for traveling, 5'1", 5'5" for those, and 5'1" is at about 108 liters. The 5'5" is at 123 liters, and then we go all the way down to 5'9", 6'2". Really great thing about these boards is that they roll up and they fit into a board bag with rollers. So you're actually able to put all of this into your board bag. You can throw your mast, your fuse, your foil, maybe even a wing. It comes complete with a high pressure pump. These things are pumped up to 15 psi, super stiff, but you can see it all fits into a board bag. So when you're traveling, you've got that 23 kg limit on the airplanes. You can roll them around, but you can also put them onto your straps for your backpack. So I can carry this through as soon as I move to the beach and I'm no longer on something where I can roll the bag, a hard surface, urban surface, or the airport. It makes it really easy to come through. All of these bags come complete with plastic straps, plastic zips, so they're not going to corrode over time. Really easy to carry, front pockets, everything in there. The great thing about the inflatable boards is that if you come out and you're saying, oh shit, I dropped it, it's all right, doesn't matter. Foil boards normally chip. I see everybody's boards coming around, they're always chipped on the rail. They're patching them up, they're fixing them because foil boards lie on their sides with the foils. Quite often we're no longer always on beaches, sandy beaches like we have been with kiteboarding. With foiling, we're quite often using boat ramps. We're also around a lot of boats, so if you have a tender, if you have a school, you're doing lessons and you want something that's going to bang, it doesn't hurt you. It won't hurt the board, and it won't hurt you. You can imagine if you fall onto these with your elbow or your knee or your chin, you're not going to knock yourself out or damage yourself. So we've made sure, although they're nice and flexible and soft and easy to use, we've also made sure they've got incredibly high performance. So Oli Summerlaut, our product manager for this, has designed this incredible CST system. I'm sure he'll take you through the details. Very smooth, low friction coming through here. Still fits a drop box. So our standard foil system works for all of our control systems. Handle for carrying it. Has a release for water off the tail, so you get that nice clean release. The water's not wrapping around and bogging the board down onto the water. Works well with center-in straps, can work with a Y-in strap. You can attach your leash to the back. Really, really proud of these boards. And around 20–30% lower in retail price compared to our traditional sandwich boards. I think most of you already know the Seek board. Ollie's going to walk you through the science behind it, but long story short, if you've got a board with a little bit of volume in the tail, that really helps when you're standing on it. If you've got a bit of volume, that'll keep the board flat, and you know to get up on plane, you want a board flat that's going to get up onto plane quickly. If you've got a board that's chugging along like this, it isn't going to get on plane. So put some volume in the tail. The amazing thing that Ollie's created is making sure that your stance width is really well positioned, so when you start riding, before subplaning, before you get up on foil, your foot position is in exactly the same place. Once you get up on foil, you don't need to move your feet. In other words, your starting position is exactly the same as your final riding position when you're foiling. A lot of other brands struggle. You can see them pulling the back foot out to get it nice and close, to get their weight forward on the board, and then they're trying to pump with a really narrow stance. It's the worst, most uncomfortable position. You want to have a nice wide stance when you pump up onto foil. Once you get up on foil, you don't need to shuffle your feet around. You're already in a really comfortable, evenly balanced. You haven't got too much weight on your back foot or on your front foot. That's why we designed these boards. Got a great pump center of effort in the front foot. The center of lift for all of our wings is mathematically calculated to also be in the same location as your front foot and your balance point on your board. So that runs through the whole range. They're all using that same stance technology and sizing. In regards to the swell, this is our prone surfing board that also happens to cross over, that you can also wing foil it as well. So really, we can actually kite foil them as well, the smaller sizes. Super versatile, but predominantly for prone foiling and wing foiling. Their sizes kind of complement each other. As you get down in sizes, down to about 4'4", 4'8", in the Seek boards, you then move into the swell range, which takes you down to those smaller sizes again. Most amazing things about these is the grip. Traditionally, in surfing, you're going to stand up, you put your hands on the board, you go from prone position to surf position, you never wrap your hands around the rail. It's a little different in foiling. You've got this big mast sticking out and foil sticking out below the board, and it's pretty unruly to control this thing that's sort of 72, 85 centimeters away from you. So what we've done is we've designed the boards to have these grips here, so you have really strong control over that foil below you as you get into that standing position from prone. So we've made it really easy to stand up on the board. It's still super high performance, some carbon composites in here, has a drop box, full same system as our Seeks and our Seek Air. That works together with that drop box technology. You'll see the insert running through the middle of the board. That's to know where your foot position is, so you can feel through a tactile feel, you can feel where your feet are. Are they centered in the board? There's nothing worse than falling if you can't feel the middle of the board. The other big benefit here, you'll see these markers running through. That's where your front foot, if you're not a tactile feel, you can have a visual reference as you look down. Where is my front foot? Where do I like to keep my front foot? Same as back foot. That's why we have 3 different colored pads here. You've also got a light, a mid-gray, and a dark gray with a kicker. So you always know where your back foot is the whole way through. That runs again through the whole range of boards. So you always have those points of references. Center line, offline, so if you're goofy natural, you can run both of those, or if you're swapping your feet, that's okay. Same with the Seek boards, center, offline, or what we call the Y-strap, which is this one here. So this is a one-piece unit. All North products, you can order foot straps, leashes, waist belts, accessories separately. I think that's pretty much the foil range. Oh, actually, if you could just pass me that board there. We also have the, for the rest of our foiling range, we also have the scoop range. So the scoop is a 120, 135, which is a little bit different. This is our little scoop mini, which is 110. You can see pretty wafer thin, super lightweight, absolute pocket rocket. It runs with the Y strap, centered insert, and that whole range comes, all working with the drop box system here. Those are our foil boards.